institutions are expected to change upon the assumption of a new set of officials come July 1st. But more than just a change of colors, we expect a deeper, different, and more definitive configuration. The bureaucracy will witness the exit of political appointees while the replacements will make their entrance. In the House of Representatives, the configuration of parties, alliances, and movements from one group to the other is expected. This has been a ritual whenever a change of administration occurs and loyal ties are sublimated for survival or expediency. This is Congress in Action, and I'm Freddie Abando, welcoming you to the corridors of power and politics, where tonight we shall look into what political configurations can be expected when the 15th Congress opens. Tonight we have Congressman George D. Agabao of Isabela and with the Nationalist People's Coalition. Good evening, Congressman, for joining us.
Good evening, Freddie.
We have also Congressman Leonardo Montemayor, who is the party list representative for ABA. Good evening, sir, for joining us.
Good evening, Freddie.
And one of the new congressmen-elect, the son of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, we have Congressman-elect Carlo Nograles.
Good evening, Sir Freddie. Maayong gabi kanatong tanan.
Well, before we go to the discussions, let's turn over to George Bandolan to give us an update on the ongoing national canvass for the results of the presidential and the vice presidential race. George?
Okay, Freddie, this has just come in at around 6:50 this evening.
Okay,
the joint canvassing committee of the National Board of Canvassers, being jointly formed by the Senate and the Congress, has just opened the first ballot box that contained a certificate of canvass from the country Laos. The Senate and the Congress has just agreed that they should first open the ballot boxes or the COCs from the overseas absentee voting COCs. And let's just go through right to the plenary hall.
I request the Secretary General to read into the records a description of this document, which just to seal had just been broken, and its condition.
On the left upper hand corner, O is numbered OAVF number 21, right corner number 5134, page 1, Certificate of Canvass of Votes, Overseas Absentee Voting, May 10, 2010 elections. Marked by Chairman Marilyn J. Alarillan, Vice Chairman Ronaldo Villanueva, Member Secretary Sara S. Herrera.
State the number of pages. Kindly state the number of pages of this document.
We see page 1, page 2, page 3, 4, only 4, no, there's another one, page 5 for the certificate of canvass. Now, the statement of votes by proceed overseas absentee voting.
Mr. President, excuse me. I think for the sake of expediency, we should allow the lawyers to look at these papers while they are being read. For the sake of
Please press the description of the document.
Okay, Freddie, actually they're just studying the authenticity of this ballot box and its contents. And right now, as you can see on the screen, it's the Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile along with the House Speaker Prospero Nograles, together with the Secretariat of the House of Congress, and they're about to begin actually reading actually what it has to be written on the certificate of canvass, and we will get back to you, Freddie, as soon as we got the first votes or counted votes here at the House of Congress. Ready?
Thank you very much, George. When we will continue with updates with George from the Batasan as we progress with our program. In the meantime, let's pause for these reminders, and Congress in Action will be back.
New star is rising. The Bagong Nayong Filipino Entertainment City, Manila is a fully integrated resort complex developed by the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, a global company wholly owned and controlled by the government. Strategically located in the heart of Asia, it is an excellent family entertainment hub that will feature an array of premium attractions, including the warm, genuine service the Filipinos are known for. This landmark project heralds an exciting phase for tourism and investment in the Philippines and is spearheaded by a visionary leader.
The City of Manila is set to become a key global destination. It will be our catalyst for economic growth and national development. You too can be a part of it.
For more information, please visit our website at pagcor.ph.
GSIS number, PhilHealth number, Pag-ibig number, SSS number, at marami pang number. Kung sawang-sawa ka na sa dami ng membership number mo, well, hindi ka nag-iisa. Kaya nga, sa bagong Unified Multipurpose ID or the UMID compliant ID card, isang number na lang ang kailangan mo, ang Common Reference Number or simply CRN. That means, whenever you transact with the GSIS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, and SSS, ang CRN na lang ang kailangan mo. At ang CRN ay kasama na sa bagong UMID compliant GSIS e-card na malapit na magamit ng mga GSIS members and pensioners. Ika nga, all for one, one for all. That's the power of the new UMID compliant GSIS e-card. Enroll now in GSIS enrollment centers near you.
Where service thrives to a higher level, where giving hope has been a continuing pledge, where commitment to serve and to help is a mission. Join ASEC Baby O'Brien, Alan Alianigue, and Nina Rica Quevedo on PGMA here on NBN.
Back with Congress in action. You know, the 15th Congress is going to be very interesting with a new administration and with more members. The real question is, how will the parties reconfigure themselves? Of course, the Liberal Party has only 46, and if you have you need to have somebody from the Liberal Party who is going to be the Speaker. It needs support of parties like the NPC. What configuration do you see in this particular Congress?
Well, to begin with, we have roughly about, I could count roughly about 42 members belonging to NPC, that will form part of the 15th Congress. But as usually happens, when there's a new president, there's a lot of movement from one party to another. And I'd like to be able to state that our party is open to those opting to join us. We've made some head counts, and we're hoping that before the election for speakership comes around, we should number no less than 60. So the NPC as a party, I think, will be a big factor in the election and the choice of the new speakership.
Since 1992, the Nationalist People's Coalition has always played a major role in the election of a new speaker. Now, given the numbers that you have right now, and you're going to have more, is it going to be just as formidable when NPC first started this exercise?
Yes, I think so. We've always been considered as a swing vote party, on major issues confronting the government. NPC has always been the party that the administration has always looked forward to for support. Because as I said, we probably do not belong to the majority, but we're not the minority either. So we were the fulcrum, fulcrum for all administration agenda. And that's what we're foreseeing for the party this time now. We may not end up being the majority in the 15th Congress, but one thing is certain, we would be the important party that any administration will have to deal with.
Our alliance is really built on numbers or the agenda of an incoming dominant, an incoming administration?
I think agenda. I'd like to be able to state that we are, as had happened during the administration of President Gloria, I'd like to be able to state that on a number of key issues we sided with her because we thought that her agenda was good. So I think that's how it will go.
What are lessons learned for the party list congressmen from the 14th Congress in relation to building up coalitions with an incoming administration?
It's difficult to make a generalization, Freddy, because the party list groups tend to be quite varied.
Why?
You have a number of party list groups that could tend to be more ideological, you might say. Others tend to be more sectorally focused. Tapos yung iba naman more on geographical ang kanilang tinitignan. So how to bring about a, common agenda. I think it's possible to do that together with the district representatives. Meron naman kasi mga cross-cutting issues like, I would say good governance would be one area, general area. Another would, I suppose, be food security and agricultural modernization. So if that would be the basis now of a common action, it should be possible to bring different groups, both on the district congressman side as well as the party list groups together.
Sure, but the fact that you are from a party list group and everybody seeks, the vote of especially the marginalized sector, hindi ba based on the fact that marginalized, dapat nagkakaisa ho kayo?
Ideally, ganun dapat kaya nga lang, well, sometimes kasi you might say that there is a level of competition even among the party list groups.
Ano yung basis ng competition na yun?
Kasi in the party list system, a voter can only elect or vote for one group. So in that sense, each group is competing for the same for the vote of the same voter. So it tends to limit in some instances the degree of working together. But from a broader perspective, dapat walang rason na hindi pwede magtulungan because there are still a number of very critical issues that affect everyone. For example, I mentioned food security earlier. At wala naman siguro dapat maging disagreement when it comes to such a strategic concern like having enough quality and affordable food.
No, when you're talking about 57 members that will really make it to this Congress, that is a very significant block that should really push the agenda of the marginalized sectors.
Yes, but doon pa lang kasi sa pagpili ng speaker, medyo may kwa na doon Siyempre, magkakaroon ng hindi man watak, but there will be a division in the sense that there will be some who will be with the majority, having voted for the winning speaker, and there will be those that will be with the minority. The minority, whether you're from the district or from a party list group, you would tend to be much more vocal because you will be part of the opposition. The majority will tend to be a bit more, shall we say, less vocal, but not necessarily less concerned. Pero magkakaroon ng pagkakaiba ng konti sa behavior when it comes, for example, to in the plenary.
Congressman Carlo, the fact that you've seen your father in Congress so many times, 9 years, 3 years, and another 3 years then in the 80s, what lessons have you learned from your dad, knowing that, this is going to be a completely different Congress with some very exciting personalities, like, of course, you have the president, you will have the first lady, you have Manny Pacquiao. So, how do you see yourself with the entry of new congressmen with this kind of, with this kind of backgrounds?
I think in order for the House of Representatives to be able to push forward its legislative agenda, I think we all have to work together without necessarily sacrificing the principles or the ideals that each and every member has, and also the interest that he has for his constituents and for the nation. But in terms of